Let's talk about your timing versus God's timing. And this is something that hits home for me. Sometimes we want things to go as planned instead of leaving it up to God, and we force things and we overexert. But the more you chase, the harder it is to actually manifest, because everything that is meant for you is meant for you. Just like in a relationship or with a girl that you're chasing, or if you're interested in a guy, if you over pursue, you'll scare them away, you'll push them further away. But when you know what you want without being thirsty or overbearing, what you won't have chance to approach you. And I can use an example for my content creation journey. I wanted to achieve so many goals and do so much that I wasn't mindful of all the growth that I had. Last year in August, I tore my Achilles, and that was a time of reflection because I was able to sit down and slow down. Although I was not where I wanted to be, I was a major steps ahead of where I was. Maybe at the beginning of 2004, I had like 3K followers. I tore my Achilles in August of that year, and at the time, I had around 25,000 followers. And I still felt like I was doing nothing, I was making no moves. I went from having nobody commenting to hundreds of comments, but I wasn't grateful for it until I had time to actually reflect. Until God set me down and I was able to see all of the strides that I had made. But me being so goal oriented and wanting to force things and wanting to have things play out in my timing, I wasn't grateful. And it's important to be grateful. Gratitude is important. When we are given something and we're gracious, we have gratitude, we allow more to come into our plate. But when we are given something and we're ungrateful, we're not going to be blessed with more. And also, I have examples of this. Prior to 2024, I moved to Dayton because I was homeless. And one thing I can say, I practice gratitude, even though on my content creation journey, I was still grateful, but I was just so goal oriented that I didn't take into account how much I have grown. So when I was homeless, I was still making videos. I was still grateful every day I woke up. I was blessed with food. I was sleeping in White Castles, and there would be food when I wake up. Everything I needed was always provided for me. So I had a certain level of gratitude and faith that no matter what I'm going through, I'm gonna make it out. And as I made it to Dayton, I started to get little odd jobs working in the organization that brought me here. I was staying in the sober living. I was grateful for the money I was getting. I was grateful for the opportunities. Then I worked my way up to a regular job. And just along the way, from losing everything to slowly gaining everything back, I was able to practice that gratitude. And the more gratitude I practiced, the more blessings have been entering my life. I was happy with them 10 followers, with them 10K followers, with the 20K followers. And the more gratitude I show myself and I show others and I just show in general, the more God puts on my plate. It's because I'm aware of what I have and I am happy with what I have and I am able to make room for more compared to people that when they're given something, if it's not what they want, they show no gratitude. They're ungrateful. And when you're ungrateful, it's hard to be blessed because you're sitting in negativity. Gratitude is positive, it is a high vibration. So, in order to attract more positivity, you have to put out positivity. That's why gratitude is so important. Life is a mirror. Life is a reflection of your inner self. So if I'm negative, if I'm pessimistic, and I'm always thinking about the worst, I'm always in a negative mood, I'm gonna attract negativity. So many people wonder why bad things happen to them, yet they're negative in the spirit and they're always manifesting the worst outcome because they have no faith. They have no grace within their self. And they manifest all of this negativity because they sit in negativity. Everything they do is negative. It's never enough. They're never happy. They always thinking that the worst will happen, therefore they manifest it. But when you're happy, when you're positive, you attract more happiness, you attract more positivity. It's easier for people to gravitate to, why can't I say this word? Gravitate towards someone that is positive compared to negative. Who wants to be around a negative person all day? Who wants to be around someone that's going to drag them down? But when you're someone that uplifts people, when you're someone that lights a spark in people and make them feel better about themselves, they're going to want to be around you. And it makes it easier for blessings to come to you because you never know who life you may affect, and you never know what power they have, how they can help you out just like you help them. You may help them with words and they may help you financially. Life is just random like that. And the more you can hold that positive energy, the more positive energy life can give you back. God can't bless you when you're sitting in negativity, when you're always doing bad, because now you're accruing karmic debt. You're accruing bad karma, especially when you act negatively, when you are a low vibrational person that tends to hurt other people, let that be physically, mentally, and spiritually, compared to someone that helps other people mentally, physically, and spiritually. I'm not the richest person in the world, but I try to give back to people. I try to help other people out. Let that be with my words. Let that be, I have a couple dollars and I see this person needs to eat. If I can do it, I try to. And it's not just because I know that good things will happen to me. It genuinely makes me feel better. And the better I feel, the more positive I am. And the more positive I am, the more positivity I can attract. It's all about practicing gratitude, practicing things that will keep your vibration high, and being grateful for the small wins because a chain of small wins leads up to the bigger wins. And sometimes we're not the person we need to be in order to achieve that big blessing. And raising your vibration, practicing gratitude, living authentically helps you become the person that you're supposed to be. Because right now, you may be sitting in negativity, and although you want this thing, whatever it may be, you're not the current version of yourself that will attract that thing. And that's why it's important to be mindful and important to be positive and important to work on yourself because we must constantly evolve. And let's say that there's multiple realities. There's a reality where you may be a millionaire, but that reality would need for you to become that version of the person that obtained that $1 million. And if you're not that version, you can't attract that manifestation. So it's all about self development, self realization, and being honest with yourself. Am I the person? Am I that person that will attract this blessing? And if I'm not, what actions can I take to help me reach that goal? And once you start to realize these things, you can work on yourself. But if you can't be honest with yourself, you can't be honest with other people. If you can't be honest with other people, that means you are a liar, or you are someone living in a fraction reality that is basically to make you feel good about yourself, not really living in reality itself, as in, I'm being honest and this is what's happening. You're creating illusions to make yourself feel better. And a lot of people do that because they don't want to develop, they don't want to put in the hard work. And life takes hard work. To achieve goals, you must work. God places boundaries in your way in order for you to grow. Every time you go through something, you grow through something. You must overcome obstacles because overcoming makes you stronger. It makes you wiser. It helps you develop. Because if I'm faced with this obstacle, I don't have the skills to get past it. That means I must train. That means I must get more intelligent. That means I must do something within myself to overcome this. And whatever I have to do within myself will make me a better, stronger, smarter, faster, whatever it is, it will help me improve as a person to reach that goal that I need to attract that manifestation. But self development is key. Working on yourself, being honest with yourself, and setting realistic goals. Because We all have that one big goal, but you also must have smaller goals. These are the stepping stools to help you reach that bigger goal. And the more you can work on hitting these small goals, you'll rack up small wins. And before you know it, you're spiraling in positivity. You're because every time you reach a goal, you get that inner feeling of happiness. It's like a euphoric. And if you only have one goal and you're never reaching it, you're gonna get let down and it's gonna make you negative again. But when you set them smaller goals, now you're getting win after win. And when that big win finally comes, it feels so much greater because you can look back at all you overcame, all the growth. But I just wanted to make this video to let you know that never stop working on yourself. Always be gracious, show gratitude, try your best to be positive, let go of the negativity. And that comes with healing yourself, letting go of trauma, letting go of pain, letting go of all the negativity holding you back. I hope this has been nice. I am Sal the Blurred. Until next time, stay woke, kings and queens.